So hello and welcome to Limitless You Talk podcast with me. I nearly said that backwards there. That would have been hilarious. That would have really been good. But I think because what I was thinking was you must remember to say Happy New Year to every single one of you out there. Happy 2025. Can you believe it? We are finally turned 2024 now into 2025, and that introduction was crap because I was trying to remember that, but I'm not used to saying that. We only say it once a year. But yes, new year, new you. Why did I say that? And can I pause at that? Because I hate that expression. We're all in this first few days of 2025 and we're all like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to be fitter. I'm going to go to the gym 3 times a week. I'm going to eat all my vegetables on my plate. I'm not going to have a takeaway. I'm going to do dry January and so on and so on. I hate that. Why do we have to wait to January to do that? Why is it, right, that we go hell for leather in December, we eat everything in sight, drink everything in sight, use it as the explanation and the excuse that we need to do all that, and then come January, it's going to be new me, new year, all this, hyped up, motivation, momentum, all of this. But you don't actually follow through with it. Like, I always say when I worked in the gym, when I first got into coaching, it was my first kind of turn of the year and everybody was buzzing in January and it's so excited and wanting to get after it, really, really focused. And then come the end of January, February, the takeaways we weren't having crept in. The going out for a bevy or a drink came back in. The eating crap came back in. The going to the gym less came back in. The weight gain started. The same stuff that you just did a month or even 6 weeks previous. And it was like, right, okay, why, new year, new me isn't just do it for the first little bit of the new year and then go back to what you did before or be worse than what you did before. And this is what my interpretation of new year, new means. So my interpretation of that is that you work throughout a year. So take 2024. I worked throughout 2024 to now be in 2025 where I can honestly say it's a new year, new me. That's very confusing to say that like a tongue twister. Why? Because that expression to me, in my opinion, let me add, means that all of the work that I done in 2024, all of the commitment, all of the consistency, all of the sacrifice, all of the prioritising, and all of the rest of it when it comes to a self-development, self-prioritised, selfless journey, is that in this new year of 2025, I am a new version of me. And that's because the work I have done in the previous year, not the work that I've done in the first few days of this year, because that's a continuation. So you get that. I do think you will get the point of what I'm saying in this. But when people say right now this new year, new me thing, to me, you're starting that journey for the next 12 months, for the next 365 days in a year, to actually be the one in January of 2026 to turn around and say, it is a new year and I am a new me. And it's because of everything that I've done in 2025. That's what it should mean. If it's not you, you're like, if you're talking a lot of shit, or it doesn't make sense like this, that, fine. That's your interpretation of it, that's mine. Why do I think that? I've been around so many people. I see so much on social media. In December, never mind January. It talks about what the intentions are of January. Come January, it never happens. If you think about yourself over the years, I bet you can think back to certain times you said, oh, right, January, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. Yes, you maybe do it for a wee while, but then at least after 3 months, you're back to, if not worse off than where you started with those intentions. And it just becomes this vicious circle, this vicious cycle, there's no point in even starting. That reality is there's no point in even starting. So what we need to do is, like, I always say that January is time to kick off. I'm using my football analogy that I know really well. Kick off. Kick off is the start of the game. It's the start of the journey. It's the start of the process that you have said that you want to go on. So you might have kickstarted it already on the 1st. You might be kickstarting it this coming Monday. You might be starting it next Monday or the Monday before or in a few, whenever, right? But that's your kickstart. That's your time to kick off. to get going. So your first day is it's just all about kicking off, right? And kicking off, kickstarting, comes down to this. Actually doing what you said you were going to do. Your intention is that you're going to go to the gym 3 times. You must attend the gym 3 times. You must do that because you've set that intention, and that's your kickstart. It's actually doing the action. Not saying the action, not talking the action, not telling your friend, not telling your kids, not this, that, and the next thing. It's actually doing it. Because we're all good at talking. We are all good at talking, myself included. I am one of the best talkers known to man. But that means nothing when I don't action it. When I don't say, I am going to be the best runner. Well, in order to be the best runner, I have to go out and run. I have to go out and practice running. I have to go and do all the gym sessions that go along with that, all the training. So that's where it comes from. So you kickstart. There is a fly buzzing around when I'm doing this podcast, and it's going to get on my nerves. Really is going to get on my nerves today. The kickstart might be get rid of the fly. That's really going to annoy me. But you see the point that I'm getting at. Now, when you kickstart, you get into a state of focus. You get into a kind of flow. You get into a momentum. You begin to warm up. You become warmer. You become accustomed. So once you kickstart, and once you've done your kickoff, for anyone football analogy that relates to, you get what I call in the groove. You get in the groove. So in the groove to me is going to dance practice, and you're going to dance practice every Thursday night at 7:00 at night, and you're going over, or you're learning the new routine, the routine that you're going to perform at the end of the year, so the following year you're starting to learn all these different moves and things like that. That's you getting into the groove because you're consistently doing it. You're consistently attending that dance class every week, consistently playing football every Saturday at 3:00, consistently going to the gym 3 times a week every single week. That's the groove bit. So you kick off, you kickstart, so you start the movement when you kickstart and kick off. Then you get into the groove because the groove becomes easier. Groovy becomes a bit easier, right? Once you've done that, becomes normal, becomes everyday, becomes a part of who you are. And that's just doing the things even when you don't want to do them. Facing things that you don't want to face, but you still face them. Just getting up and going to the gym without, oh, I can't be bothered today. Oh, I can't be this, can't be that. But you still do it anyway. You're still going to do it. But the morning just becomes a part of it. And once you're doing all that, that's the 3 factors, that's the 3 stages that contribute to a new year, new me. Because before you know it, you're in 12 months' time. You've lost the weight you wanted to lose. You added more fruit and veg to your balanced diet every day. You got fresh air every day. You went to the gym 3 times a week, most weeks, because let's face it, we're not a perfect world. It's not always going to happen. And all because you just kick-started. All because we've changed the narrative. We've changed the mindset that we've put in our mind. And we've not been one of the bang average that every time a new year comes to us, we say it's time for a new year, new me. It's not about that. You can only earn that badge once you've done the kickstarting, once you've got into your groove, and once it's become your everyday. That is the 3 simple stepped framework to do that. So if you've said, before listening to this, before watching this, new year, new me, good. Because that is you. Technically, that's you visualising in 12 months' time. But before you are the new you, new year, new me, see, I'm still confused about it. You have to go through the process to get there. You have to earn it. You have to earn the award at the end of it. Your victory is 12 months' time, January 2026, because we're in 2025 right now. That's it. It's the New Year, New Me award for all the contributions in 2025 that Katie has done. That is what it's all about for me. I just feel that we get so lost in society. We get so lost in X, Y, and Z. We get so lost in, what it can mean this way, what it can mean that way. We have to go along with everyone else. You absolutely don't, which is why I'm coming on here and being a bit controversial about it. I've said so many times that I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to be... I said it for 2 years in a row, and not once did I achieve anything that I wanted to achieve. I talked the best game that I could talk, and if there was a league for it, I reckon I would have won it. But it doesn't work like that. All because in my head I was convinced what I was saying I was actually doing. But until I started doing it, still, I kick-started, I got into the groove, it became a part of my everyday, and now I'm standing doing this. I'm now standingly saying I'm being the runner that I want to be better at being the runner I want to be, I want to do this, I want to do that because of everything that I've done in 2024. I've been as consistent as I've ever been. I've had a better nutritional diet, all of these simple things. But we get so lost in the New Year resolutions. We get so lost in starting the year as we mean to go on. But then we get lost. As individuals, we get lost within that, which is why changing the narrative, changing the perspective, changing the way that you say it, changing the way that you see it, changing the way that you respect it, and changing the way that you act upon it. Now, I know it's easier said than done. Of course it is. Everything in life is easier said than done. But when someone else knows that you're capable, so I know when we're sharing this conversation right now, how capable you are of anything that you set your mind to. Now, I have a version of myself right now that is creating something that's very, very uncomfortable. And I set myself in 2025, I want to achieve this. I want to achieve this. It's something it's something different. It's something that's not out there. It's something specific to a specific thing. I don't want to give it too much away yet. But I've already gone through, and I've gone through this at the end of 2024, that I'm scared about it. I've got a lot of fear about it. I don't know if I can do it. I think I'm going to fail at it. I'm just not going to bother doing it. But that's not who I worked last year to be. I worked so much in 2024 not to be and have those feelings and emotions and sort of put myself down when actually I'm capable of achieving what I want to achieve. I've talked about it long enough. So if I can talk about it the way that I've talked about things, I know that I can action it. And because it's so uncomfortable, something so far out of my comfort zone, it's something bigger than me, I know that I can do it. I know that it's going to be hard. I know it's going to be challenging. I know that I'm going to have more cries than I've already had. But at the same time, I've taken steps to kickstart it. I've got a business coach. I've got lots of homework. I never did homework at school, and I'm doing all this homework. I'm coming up with so many ideas. I'm buzzing about it. I'm taking the right steps to make sure I'm researching about it. I'm getting involved in the right crowds. I'm talking to the right people. I'm sitting down and actually doing the work. And it's hard. It's bloody hard to do. But at the same time, me kickstarting that is going to get me in my groove as 2025 goes on for me. That it's going to become my everyday because it's going to evolve into the vision in my head that I have. And in 2026, I want to be in a place where I'm at the level above where I'm at right now with it. And that I'm looking to improve, I'm looking to grow, and I'm looking to evolve even more. Because at that point, I'll be capable of doing it even more because I'll have done this. So that's where coming into a new year, that's what it should be all about. Now, some people don't agree. That's absolutely fine. It's got to work for you. You've got to be prepared to open your mind to changing the way that you think about it. But it's not difficult. It isn't actually difficult to do. You just have to have an open mind, an open heart, an open body, an open perspective to the new year, new you thing that you've got going on, and be like, right, what does kickstarting it look like? What is kickstarting it? What is actually kicking the ball when it comes to kickoff? What does it mean when I'm in the groove? What does it mean to be consistent? What does it mean to be my everyday? How is my everyday going to work with it? What is it going to look like? When is it going to happen? Am I going to have flexibility? Whether it be morning, afternoon, night, all day, whatever. It's little simple things. Again, you're not doing anything outside of your life that's complicated. You're not bringing anything into your life that's an outside source. It's all coming from within you. All coming from within. We are a lot of the time the solution to our own problems. But we can be quite a bad solution because we'll find the bad solutions before we find the good solution. And I honestly feel that it's such the same with this. And we're coming off the back of a festive period, a period where we've eaten a lot, we've not had routine, we've not had structure, so it takes a bit of time. That's why I say kickstart, because it's going to be trial and error for a certain amount of time. It's going to take you, say, the first quarter of 2025 to get in your groove. So you've got quarter 2 and quarter 3 of the year. to build you into the groove, to get better in that groove and be ready for that every day come Q4 that it is. So when you sit and do the 4R framework and you review, you reflect, you recover, and your readiness for 2026 makes it far easier because you know that the new year, new me is all the work you've done in 2025. That is for me what it comes down to. So if you are thinking, if you have set your new year, new me intentions, if you're in the process of beginning them, you've already started them, give yourself that 5 minutes to say, right, okay, what does Katie actually mean by kickstart? What is my kickstart? What is my kickstart right now for the things that I want to do for this version of myself in 2025? Don't think beyond that right now. We're not at the groovy stage yet. It's far too early on in the year for that. But the more you're like, kickstart today. It's like me today. I went to go to the gym after work and didn't read the fact that it was still on the reduced hours. Could I have been angry about it? Absolutely. Because the level up of who I want to be this year, of all the intentions that I've set out for my year, well, it's not going to affect me because it's one day. It's actually going to benefit the injury that I've got right now to just have an extra rest day. But a lot of people in that example, in my reality, I know a few years ago I would have been, oh my God, that means I'm going to gain weight, I'm going to this, I'm going to that. I'm just using it as an example. My progress affected. And then it begins that kind of state of, I can't be bothered then, I'll just wait till Monday then, I've got this on the weekend, I've got that, all of that sort of thing. And it's so easy to be that trigger to not do it, to find that excuse, to really drag the motivation and momentum out of you. But it's not. I came away and I drove home and I was like, right, what have I got on the next couple of days? Can I move that session to tomorrow? Yes, I can. Is it actually going to benefit me moving that session to tomorrow? How am I feeling? How is my body feeling? How is my mind feeling? How is my life at the moment? Yeah, I'm quite tired because it's been such a heavy day at work. I'm dealing with an injury and my body, so could I actually do an extra rest because my injury has been quite painful? Yes. Okay, so we're going to move the session a day later. We're actually going to rest and recover a bit more because it's actually going to add a lot more benefits by doing so and protecting and not risking further injury or further damage. And is my mind okay with this? Mind, are you okay with this? Yes. So see, when I actually think back to this in a year from now, I'm going to be the better person for reacting and responding in this way. And that contributes to being the new year, new me. Because probably still this time last year, I would have tried, I would have went to a different gym. I would have had to get that session done in today. I would have had to have made the knee more painful than the knee injury already is. So you're getting the point of this. So give yourself the time to be like, right, how am I going to kickstart this new year, new me thing, right? What does it mean? Start with that. What does it mean? But if I say, right, what's this kickstarting this year? What do I want to achieve this year? Where's my kickstart? What's going to happen? What am I going to do? I guarantee it'll just give you some stimulus in your conscious and your unconscious mind, and it'll just give you something different to focus on. So go away and think about that. New year, new you is in 12 months' time. It's 12 months for the January that we're in right now in 2025 and is achieved the following January of the following year. Because in order to be that new year, new you have to spend the time achieving it, getting the results, hitting the goals, hitting the targets. And that's how you earn that trophy. Picture that trophy in 12 months' time. And then all you need to do is just work towards it. Work towards it. So none of this new year, new you nonsense, crap wording that I hate. And hate being a strong word, but I really, really do, because I think we don't need to say it like that. We don't need to, it doesn't need to be like that. We're not in a world like that anymore. We're in such a different world. And the world is such individual, is unique, and how we all have our place in the world that, you know, it doesn't need to be what society has or needs it to be for us. So go and think about that. Where are you kickstarting right now? If you have already got started, I hope you are super, super proud of yourself, because it takes a lot to even do one day of intentions that you set, especially when you've not been used to doing it and you're really having to push yourself through because you really can't be bothered. Be proud. Be proud of that first day. Never forget that first day. But keep going, because you're strong, you're fit, you are capable, and you can do it. You can definitely do it. So thank you very much for listening to me. We are kickstarting off 2025 and we're going to get through this year together. And I cannot wait to share it all with you. There's going to be plenty more, but we're kickstarting off now. We're going to build and get into our groove, and then it's just going to be a part of our everyday. And, you know, as I wrap this up, I just want to say thank you so much for sticking with me. I hope I can give you some more ranting, I want to say, in 2025. But please rate, review, subscribe on YouTube and Spotify. Limitless You Talk by Katie on both. There's some great vlogs already on the YouTube channel and obviously pending in 2025. So yeah, it's going to be exciting. But thank you so much for listening. And again, Happy New Year. Let's make 2025 one that we will never, ever forget.